whispers in Havana breeze. Hearts beat steady with the ocean's tease. No borders hold us. We break away. One world, one love, one open bay. Every wave writes a line in our story. Every port holds a little bit of glory. We're not lost. We're free and alive. Sailing on purpose, not just to survive. Warm, strong adventures, feel the flame. Different shores, but the soul stays the same. We stay strong, no need to worry. We stay strong and embrace the journey. Ooh, stay strong and embrace the journey. Let the sea be your guide. Let your heart be the map. Stay strong and embrace the journey. Warm, strong adventures. The rhythm never ends.
Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you coming in. Today's a special day because, well, I'm being a grandparent.
Hello, yes. Hello.
My nephew, Aiden, he wanted to say hi to everybody. He's the one.
Hello, I'm strong.
He's strong.
Hi, my name is Ava.
That's Ava. You know, they wanted to say hi. You always see them in the chat where they say, oh, Ava and Aiden say hello. Well, that's them. Say hi one more time.
Hi, I'm a gymnastic girl. Bye.
Okay, they're going bye-bye. Going bye-bye, Aiden? But if you do hear screaming and yelling in the background, that's them.
Let's go.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Won't see you tomorrow. See you Wednesday. See you later. All right. Can you close the door behind you? Thank you. Be careful. Don't fall down the steps. No emergency room visits this trip. Anyway, good afternoon, everybody. You met the fam. You met the you met the clan. Their parents, they went down to Margaritaville, Paradise. I do believe Paradise. So they're doing a 4-day cruise down there. So we're over here watching the kids, and yeah, they have a lot of energy. They're you know what? Kids are smart. Ava, I was taking her to school this morning, which I don't do mornings, first of all. But you know, I got the address. It's a little ways away, so pop it in the GPS. She told me right away. Well, she didn't tell me. She screamed, "Hey, you're going the wrong way! You're going the wrong way, Ava. I'm gonna get you there, but you're going the wrong way. My school is that way." Anyway, she made it to school on time. I picked her up on time. Everything is okay. Today, well, a couple of things. Today's gonna be a long day, but I'm not. We're gonna talk about Quantum of the Seas, which I actually kind of like a little bit. Quantum of the Seas. That's gonna be the main topic for the conversation that we have today. But then, right after this show, I'm going live with Paul Travels with PMB, and we're going to do a live. He's going to interview me as far as Virgin, what I thought about Virgin. I was supposed to be on last week with him and TJ, but the Wi-Fi on my ship, if you saw it, it was the worst Wi-Fi I ever had on a ship. So anyway, we're going to be talking about Virgin a little bit, and Virgin seems to be the new hotness. And I didn't understand it, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So anyway, the link to that is pinned to the top. So when this is over, and it's directly after. So I get off at 6. His starts at 6. So I'm gonna say goodbye. My goodbyes here. You guys are gonna hit the link, boop, and go over there and watch what some of the questions he's gonna ask me. I glanced over the questions. he sent me a list of questions. I and even it's his interview. I should have did what what he asked, but I don't like to study questions. I want it to be off the top of my head of what I'm thinking at the moment. So some of the things you may have heard me say before, some of the things maybe you didn't hear me say, but we're going to have a great conversation about that. And I'm going to tell you a few things that are coming up. Scott and I Wednesday are going to be talking about a topic dealing with Virgin, and I'll probably let you know about that in Paul's live. But Wednesday, Scott and I go on Cruise Talk Live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We'll be talking about it. So directly after this show, long story short, switch over to see Paul. Watch us talk Virgin. Let's see who's all in here. And forgive me if things seem a little off because I'm not working in my regular workspace, so I'm trying to make sure everything is okay. And I'm using a cardboard table, so it's not gliding like it should. Scott says, Bill, welcome in. Welcome in, Scott. Oops, forgot one thing. Too late. Welcome in, Scott. Appreciate you being here. Bill is live back to back, doing 2 hours. The old man is going to do 2 hours if I can. I feel like I need water now, but if I can, it's going to be a long day. No, Scott, what makes it a long day is having to get up in the morning and take the kids to school, and then I come back, I can't go right to sleep, and next thing you know, it's time to go pick them up. Day shifts is for the birds. Day shift is for the birds. That's what I will say. I'm not going to rant about it, but day shifts is for the birds. I guess you could say I'm doing a back to back. From cruises to live shows. What's the difference? Quite a bit. Paul is in here. Paul's in here. We're going to channel right after this. Yeah, Carnival Cruise Addicts, welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Probably Liz, but welcome in. Appreciate it. Keisha's in the house. Bill, happy Banter with Bill Monday. Thank you, Keisha. Appreciate it. Boy, those kids. Did I tell you those kids are active and smart? Don't check me on me or how I'm driving you to school. Anyway. I let them, they get away with it. Danny D, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here, Danny. Thank you so much. DT Cruiser, welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday, Bill and Chad. Oh, everybody saying hello. Shay, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm trying not to pass anybody up, or if I see a statement. Everybody saying hello to Danny. Lee, welcome in. Anfield, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Hello, Lee. Hello. Travel with Josianne. Welcome in, Josianne. Appreciate you being in here. Saying hello. I received the package. Good stuff. Hope you got a coffee mug or one of those thermos. That's what I use in the morning when I get my coffee. Everybody saying hello. Whoa, new chair, new bill. No, I wish. I wish this was my chair. I may upgrade. I may upgrade, Scott. No, I'm in my daughter's place. Actually, I'm like in the bedroom. For you guys that don't know, she has a YouTube channel, and she's gonna kill me. But she went through a surgery. It was one of those stomach sleeves, VSG or whatever it is. I forget what it's called. And she's taking everybody through that journey. So if I get a chance, or if B Weezy is not too busy with the kids, he could drop the link to her channel there. But she's taking you through her journey from the beginning to, it's been like 3 months now. So if you want to follow her on that journey, feel free. But yeah, she's trying to grow that channel, and she's going on a cruise, and she's, how she eats on a cruise, because apparently I guess it shrinks your stomach, and you can't eat as much. So she has her little snacks and all that. She's showing everybody how to do it. Oh, the nephew. Oh, yep. Here we come with the kids. Aiden, Ava, they came up here and raided me up here. Cruising Chris M. Chris, I did get your package. I got your package. A nice little ink pen. Actually, the ink pens are kind of like the ink pens that I have. I think I have red. I think yours was blue. But yeah, I like those ink pens with the channel name on it. So yeah, I'm on Scott. I am on location. I am on location. I'm at the. It's easier to be here than try to ship everything from here to there, and I don't have to worry about like my furniture will have sharp edges on a glass table and stuff like that, and I don't have time for that. No emergency room visits. So you come over here. They got all their toys. They're familiar with it. The anxiety levels, except for mine, is low. Mine is high, but they're good kids. They they go to bed at a certain time, and hey, lights out or whatever, and they're pretty good. Getting up in the morning, they're pretty good. So, Vicky, welcome in, Vicky. Appreciate you being in here. Lakeisha, welcome in. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hi, Aiden and Ava. They might be watching now, so that's why I'll say their name a couple of times. So it's not Bill Jr. screaming in the background. No, Bill B Weezy cool. He's not a junior. This don't get me going on that. I probably should have made him a junior. It would have made it simpler to explain to people. No, we have the same first name, we have the same last name, but his middle name, he has my dad's middle name. So I wanted to pass that on anyway. It throws people for a loop, and to me, it's like look at the middle name, look at the date of birth. It's not that difficult to figure out who's who. But if the kids keep wrestling with them because they like to beat them up, you might hear them scream a little bit. Danny D, can I have that energy? Am I right? Am I right, Danny? Keisha saying hi, kiddos. Keisha, they're the ones driving me crazy. On the go with YOLO. Welcome in, YOLO. YOLO has an interesting series out too. I know we mostly talk about cruising here, but she's doing London again. But this time she's doing London solo. Solo with YOLO. Kind of rhymes. That's a good series. I like London. Spoke English. I can understand most of the things they said. Just to me, I found it very expensive. I don't know if YOLO found it expensive, but civil servant, retired, fixed income, and go over there, and it's like, okay, let's stop at Fridays. Well, that'd be $92 for dinner. I had one drink and a meal for dinner. Anyway, I do like London, so if you're ever interested in looking at London, go check out her latest video. Everybody saying hello. No, that's that was one note. I wish I should pull it up. The one note my daughter left me. I mean, she left me a PDF, or should I say me and my son? But she left a PDF, and the last line was, main rule was keep my kids alive. So I figured that was setting the bar pretty low for me. I should be able to do that, and hopefully you guys can hear me and see me okay. Hopefully I'm using different Wi-Fi, so I don't know how the Wi-Fi is. I think she has pretty good Wi-Fi because she works from home a lot, but hopefully you guys don't have a problem with the live. Everybody saying hello. Controversial Cruising saying hello. Hello there, sweet lady. Danny D. And for those of you that have not, make sure you hit the like button on coming on in. Boop. That's my call to action. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here and you're just in the bushes, if you like what you hear, which we haven't even started talking cruising yet, but if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. And also, people, hit the notification button. I got a couple of cruises coming up. Matter of fact, Mona is going on a cruise now. She's going on my next ship. I think she left today. Royal Caribbean Explorer of the Seas. I go on that one on the 21st. And I told her, please tell me all about it. I hope she tells me. You don't have one booked yet. Oh no, I wanted to be the first to interview you about Virgin. I was supposed to be interviewed last week. I was supposed to be interviewed last week with with Paul with TJ, but no, Vicky, anytime I'll let you know. But my thing with Virgin, I've only done it one time. So am I an expert on it? I'm far from it. The food, uh, I didn't do the test kitchen. I have I I'm from the city, so my appetite, my palate is like meat and potatoes. Even though my mom was a farm girl, and she would cook anything, and it's like, no, I'm not eating that. You want some pasta? No, I'm not doing that. Went to Metropolis, Illinois. Here's a pizza with you can get bacon, cheese and meat. What kind of meat? Meat. Sir, I got to do better than just meat anyway. I think I told that story before. I need to know what I'm eating, and it needs to look right too. So, and remind me if I don't mention it, remind me about the food on Quantum. We'll talk about it. I may not get to everything, but I'll definitely get to that. Danny says you can be second, Vicky. Whoa, Paul. Paul gives you questions first. What is this? Don't expect that here. It's more of a guideline, Scott. It's not like actual questions, but you don't want to come in blind. Yeah, matter of fact, that's kind of how we used to do it for a while. It's like, hey, this is what we're gonna talk about, blah 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 blah. But yeah, no, you don't want to come in blind. But I don't want it to look like, oh, thumbs up the live. That's what I was trying to do. I don't want it to be like, here's a question. This is the research I've done on that question. This is what I'm going to tell you. I want it to be more of spontaneous. Hey, what did you think? And I could, this, that, and the other. Internet at Fun, welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. It wouldn't be banter with Bill without off our head, Bill. Hold on. It wouldn't be banter without off our head, Bill. Also, we need those. I'll get off my lawn. Yes. I'll save that for Wednesday, because I do this week. I actually do have one. I do have one. People half of the time I don't even know the question I'm asking. I like Scott, and that's the way I like it. But that's what I say like about our show when we do it, which is why I kind of like it. Not only that we know what we're talking about most of the time, but it can be a spur of the moment thought, and we can have a conversation about that thought. And that's what I love about a lot of channels or a lot of people that follow a lot in the cruise channels, because we can sit up here and talk about cruising. Then all of a sudden you pop in, something else, and it'd be like, oh yeah, I remember that, or 5 years ago, yeah, that was my first ship, and blah blah blah. Anyway, that's what I like about it. So I don't like everything being too scripted, which I have to get better at not really being scripted, but for lives, thinking about what I want to say before I say it. Because once you turn the camera on, and for some reason I don't believe in retakes. I probably could do, well, I delete it, but I could probably do retakes, because I'll start saying something and decide I don't want to say that. I delete it and then do it over again instead of thinking about it the first time. How do carpenters and people like that do it? They say measure twice, cut once. Think twice before you say something. Film once. I'm gonna have to work that into my classes. Speaking of, I'm gonna get down to the bottom. I'm gonna tell you about something I'm thinking about doing with about 4 or 5 people. I'm thinking about doing this, and I want to know if anybody would be interested in doing this. I'll talk about it when I get to it. I'm trying not to lose friends and stuff like that, but we'll talk about it. I won't ask you plan questions. Ask Ryan. Interview him while you were gone. I saw that. I saw that because matter of fact, wasn't he on Virgin, or maybe he wasn't on Virgin, but I saw that. I like listening to people's opinion of Virgin. And then sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't think of that. Oh, that, no. Um, the Meet and Eye cruise, I mean, that looked like a lot of fun. And I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. I got to say something for the interview. I'm not going to, I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about it later on today, right after this live. But Virgin, I mean, watching people do Virgin and watching the vlogs, they seem different. They seem different than the regular vlogs. Maybe because I've done the regular ships so much, and Virgin, not that it's some special super duper top secret ship. It's not, but it's kind of just the vibe of it. And we're going to talk about that at 6 on Paul's show. So tune in after at 6 if you want to hear my thoughts on Virgin, or some of my thoughts on Virgin. Everybody, Antoinette says hello. Keisha saying hello. Chris from Carnival Cruise Addicts, welcome in, Chris. Hopefully you're off work now. I'm glad the grands are getting me up early. No, maybe you can catch a sunrise. No, I don't do sunrises. I came close this last time. I came close, but no, I don't do sunrises. I'll do a sunset and say it's a sunrise. You won't know the difference. I don't think. Keisha, you might be able. No, by the way the sun is sitting in the sky, you might know the difference. Nobody else would. Don't forget that at the top of, thank you, Keisha. That's my daughter's channel. So if you're interested in her journey, and she's gonna kill me because I don't know exactly the journey. It's like the gastro sleeve or something, but that has like a name to it, but then it's a short name like VSG, or I say VSG. I don't know why VSG sticks in my head, but she would appreciate it. Go over there, watch a video, leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe. I think she reached 100, and then she lost 2 or 3. So if you get a chance, go over there, watch it. Don't just go over there and hit subscribe, because she's gonna lose it. Go over there, watch a video, watch a short, watch a video, then hit subscribe. So it sticks. Even if you don't go back, you will go back because it's an interesting story. I even go back and watch it. She might be watching. I watch it all the time. I love it. But anyway, make sure you do that. Watch a short, watch a video, hit the like button, leave a comment, and so that way it can stick. Chris, thank you so much. Hold on. I'm behind. Gifted 5 memberships. But Chris, thank you so much. I'm going to have to, let me see if I can find it up here. Memberships. I'm behind. I'm going to have to go back and look. Or if somebody could write down like who got the memberships, I would appreciate it. Because off the top, I don't see it. And I don't know how far behind I am. And I know I'm way behind. But Chris, thank you for the memberships. I appreciate it so much. You have been so supportive of the channel. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Right now, I'm just looking for. I'm gonna do this one first for the new members. Thank you so much. And Chris, I am going to do this one just for, it's not a super chat, but it's to me, it's like a super chat, and I don't have it. I probably need to make another one. I'm late. People, I'm lazy.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. It's not necessary, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I'm starting. It's so funny that you did that, because I'm starting off with my next video, which I thought I was going to have it out last Thursday. Apparently, I'm going to have it out this Thursday if I can get time to do it. But I'm putting, you know how everybody, lists all their members. I'm doing that. So whoever the 5 people are, they'll be listed on the banner. I'll go back and correct that tonight, because I just did one. I'll go back and add you guys on for the next one. So, but thank you so much. Let me catch up on the chat again. My mama. Chris, everybody say hello. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Cruise Nuts, welcome in. Warmsong Adventures, it is the same with my kids too. We have different middle names. Well, Chris, do you have a problem like when you board the cruise ship? But everyone at my work always calls him Junior. I don't mind them calling him Junior, but it's like, you know, you have to go and explain to the people on the cruise ship he's not a junior. And one time we went on a cruise. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm Diamond on Carnival. So I'm a Diamond on Carnival. My cabin steward started, you know, talking to him all the time. He thought he was Diamond. I guess I was just the old man coming along with him. And he started calling him, and I never corrected him, by the way. My son just laughed. He thought it was the greatest thing ever. But he's yeah. Happy Monday. Cruise Nuts are saying hi. Pound to dollar conversion is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. People, I know you guys probably don't care. The Lions are going to play in Germany. I think Munich. They're playing in Germany next year. Let's go. I plan on trying to go. Let's go. Off subject. Can hear and see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody saying hello. She left today. Mona left today. She's going on my ship. Cruise Nuts says she'll be in Cozumel again on the 21st. Do I go to Cozumel? I don't know what ports I go to. I will let you, Cruise Nuts, I will let you know. Because the Explorer is Eastern Caribbean. 5 days. So it's probably a Western Caribbean cruise. So I will let you know. Maybe I'll meet up with you down there. Emily, welcome in. I am interviewing Kiki. Do you like? It reminds me of songs. It's not about being an expert. No, exactly. I mean, it is good to be an expert. It is good to know what you're talking about. But being an expert on what people like, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. I mean, I tell my son, I don't like Chick-fil-A. What do you mean you don't like Chick-fil-A? I'm not a big fan of Chick-fil-A. But I like Panda Express. And he says, that's cafeteria food. Why would you, all the Chinese restaurants say, why would you get Panda Express? Because I like it. So being an expert, you can't be an expert on what people like. Now you can be an expert on math. You can be an expert on whatever, but what people like, you can't be an expert on. I mean, maybe you could be an expert on Virgin as far as the operation of it, but not of what people like. Oh, I don't like, which I'm going to get to when I get to the subject eventually. And please, half an hour. Please don't let me. I can't go over today, people. I can't go over. Everybody say hello. Scott made some joke, but I don't want to go back and look for it. We officially set the date, Danny D, and she is still on vacation. See, now I got to go back. I'm seeing too many side conversations that I don't know what's being said. But I can't find it, and I don't have like a bigger screen, so it's like I can only see so much and I got to watch what I do with my hands because people. The Nichols, welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Love your get off the lawn. This is me being an angry old man. I'm really not angry. I just don't understand things. Apparently, people, I talk loud. Moonlight Adventures. Welcome in. Welcome in. And the one thing I will try to do if you ask me a question, I try my best to answer that question without being politically correct. So I'm trying to get better at that. Where when people ask me questions, oh, that's nice, and I'm trying to get better at that. But you can tell if I really like you you ask me a question, I'm like, that was trash or whatever, and I tell you that. Um, anyway, long story short, everybody saying hello to Nichols, Moonlight Adventures, Josh and Chastity. Hello, what's up? The suspense. I know, right? Well, I don't know what the suspense because this is the problem when you fall over. This is why you need a sidekick. Big Weezy should be here. Read the questions, go through the chat, filter out all the hellos, and then just bring it up to the questions. We all know you're authentic. Much better to be real and much better to be real. And you are, brother. I try to be. Sometimes I'm getting better where I don't say what's on my mind. Like even if we're having a conversation, it's like they're not going to like that answer, so I just don't say it. But I'm not going to sit up there and sugarcoat it. Like, oh, that was the greatest answer I've ever heard. And anyway, to me, it's easier to remember that teasers. Teasers. See, teasers actually work instead of which I'm way off the subject because Quantum is here and people don't come here. Hey, well, I thought you were talking about Quantum. 35 minutes in, I haven't talked about Quantum. But lately in my videos, what I do actually, and I don't know where I got it from. It was from I stole the idea from somebody. I don't know who though. But it's more than one. So like when you come on, you say your hellos. Hey, I'm Warm Strong Adventures from Quantum of the Seas. Then I give you a kind of a preview of what's going to be in the video. Well, now what I do is I used to just put up like Warm Strong Adventures, a little cartoon thing, but now I actually have pictures. So I play a song with the pictures to guide you. Kind of like, I think Carnival Cruise Addicts do it not quite the same way, but they have coming up next. So it's like it's a teaser. So yes, I think teasers work. Moonlight Adventures, I found that 2 years ago into this thing, we are still trying to find our niche groove on how we tell our story, always getting better. And that's what we're doing. Yes. It's about getting better. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but people, trust me, this is a long it's a long climb to grow your channel. Some people get lucky, they hit a viral video. Some people get lucky, but for the most of us, it's a long, hard grind. I would say this. I wouldn't recommend trying to take shortcuts. I just wouldn't recommend it. It's not good for your channel. You're not getting better at your craft. Imagine Michael Jackson. And I said Michael Jackson. I'll go Prince. We'll go Prince because I love Prince. Imagine instead of him getting better at his craft, he had somebody else do something and he never got better at his craft. I mean, get better at your craft, people will come. Get better at what you do, people will come. Don't take the shortcut. Some people, they disagree. I mean, and I disagree all day. So don't take my word as gospel. No shortcuts, struggle hard, and you appreciate it. When you get that first 100, the first 500, the first 1,000, and you did it, it was your work, and you came in and did it, it feels a lot better. You know how they say when kids, hey, when you work for it, you appreciate it more. You do, instead of somebody just giving it to you. I don't know what else to say. That's a topic for another day. Anywho, back to the chat. I'm trying to catch up. Everybody saying hello, Shay. Hello, Cruise Nuts. Q, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Q. And also, I'm skipping by them, but channel members, I've got to learn how to acknowledge you more when you come in. But Q's a member. The Cam fam just came in. They're a member. My moderators, thank you so much. All the members, I appreciate you guys. You're why I do what I do. You know, with 29 people in here. That's why I do it. I want to see that number grow. 30. I want to see that number grow. I want to grow and be like Carnival Cruise Addicts. You work for what you get, and that's what I want to do. I'm sorry, back on another subject. Scratch and Pete, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Pete. Emily, I'm pretty sure I said hello, but hello, Emily. Everybody, Vicky saying hello, 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 hello. April Showers, welcome in, April. And I got Will. Will, Together We Travel, welcome in. Orange chicken and Mongolian beef at Panda. My kids laugh at me when I say I like it. They laugh at me. I like it. Ship to Shore, welcome in. Ship to Shore Cruise News, welcome in. Long time no see. Busy with my corporate job, with the one that pays the bill. Cruising, I said I would be there all week from 21st. Okay, I try to look it up before I get off here, Cruise Nuts. But I leave out of Port Canaveral. It could be east. I leave out of Port Canaveral on the 21st on the Explorer, Royal Explorer of the Seas. And I'll look. And you know, when you go down there with 5-day cruises, you can only go to so many different ports. But I will. Several bottles of Don Julio. I got to be careful around you, Cruise Nuts. You guys drink. I mean, you guys pound some shots. But I guess I'm not driving. Oh, Q, wait a second. All is well. Started packing for my March 7th cruise. Yeah, don't wait too late, Q. No, I'm just kidding. I packed the night of, maybe the morning of. So don't listen to me. Kid, I hear it. Can you hear the kids? I can hear them down there yelling and screaming. And you must really like me. Well, you don't hold back. But no, Vicky, yes. If we're talking about a subject, we talk about a subject. You tell me your side, I tell you my side. You try to convince me, or I try to convince you. But maybe we can't. And you know, if it's me and Vicky, we talk about like the bar tab a lot on Virgin, which I lost $50. I'm still upset about that. I'm still upset, not upset, because it's just calculated. You have to plan more. You have to plan more. Cruising Capers, welcome in, welcome in. Everybody saying hello. Thank you. There's no short. I don't care what people tell you. There's no shortcuts. If you want to actually grow your channel, if you want people coming to your lives and following your whole move, there is no shortcut. You have to figure out what attracts people, what makes them stick around, and you have to figure that out. It's different for everybody. But if you try to take the shortcut, I mean, it's like, why? How? I don't understand. I mean, what's the idea? We get paid by people coming back and viewing us, not a one and done deal. That's not how we get paid, or at least that's not how I get paid. You guys might, but that's not how I get paid. I want people to come back here every week. Banter with Bill this day, Cruise Talk Live that day, video that day. I need you guys coming back. I need to create more standalone videos so I can keep getting paid. I mean, I still have some videos that I don't know. They get views every day. You know, it grows every day. So people are coming back. It's not like just lives. I don't find too many people come back to watch. I like doing lives because it lets you talk to people, you know, up close, personable and things like that. But the videos, when they come back and they ask the question, I'm still getting Margaritaville. What has it been, a year, 2 years? About Margaritaville and what I thought about it. I mean, make content that people want to see. You know, you have to understand, you don't make videos for you. You know, I can make videos all day about what I like because they'd be sitting out there smoking a cigar, having a drink. nobody's gonna come back and watch that. I try to get out and show some of the ports. I try to get out and show this, that, and the other. But if you notice some of the, I'm gonna change the thumbnail of this whole live. But the channels that have all the people that come in and watch them all the time, they're informational channels. And what I mean by that is when you watch one of their videos, they're telling you about this place. I flew to London. You know, it cost this amount of money. I got from my place or from the airport to the hotel by this train for this much money. Make sure you do this. Informational videos do really, I think they do well. There's other ways to do it. I got it. So there's no absolute. What's Star Wars? See, I had a line for that. When I say no absolutes, they have a line. Only people that believe in absolutes are whatever that the not animals, the people in anyway. But there's no absolutes. So there's always more than one way to do everything. But from what I've noticed, I've been doing this about 3 years, maybe a little over 3 years. The channels that take the shortcuts pay for it later. It looks nice. Oh, yeah, you got this, you got that. But then all of a sudden you come back to reality and it's like, oh, and that's why I'm moving on. I'm moving on. But can't AI just run my channel? I'm not a big AI fan, but I mean, for some people it works. And I don't know enough about AI. I don't know enough about AI, but it's like Suno. Could you imagine, like my theme song was done with Suno? Can you imagine? I think you missed my message. 513 new member names. Oh, I must have. Keisha, let me highlight that real quick. But like Suno, could you imagine it like earning a Grammy? And I'm sitting up here telling you about all my hard work. Can you imagine that? Well, ChatGPT wrote the lyrics, and Suno made the song, but I worked so hard for it. Now, what if I did actually write a song, the beat, play the instruments like Prince did, every instrument? That's talent. That's amazing. And you get better at your craft. And you'll listen to some artists, interviewers. I mean, doing your first live interview, your first live, you go back on it. I really want to see who had an excellent one, because most of the time you don't do that. You learn by doing. You learn by doing. So yeah, that's my belief. That's my belief. Okay, Keisha says, welcome to the Strong Crew, DT Cruiser, Legacia, the Journeys of Awakening. Man, I haven't seen them in a long time. Sea Lake Journeys and Meg and Cheese. Thank you guys. Welcome to the Strong Crew. Appreciate it. You know what? Let me play that one more time. I'll play that since I got the name. Was that the right one? It probably was. Anywho, but thank you, Keisha. Bill has 21 minutes left. Not a topic. Yeah, it's Bill rant. Bill kind of made up a topic so he'd have something, because I like when I have a topic, I try to keep focus on it in case I don't have anything to talk about. It just so happened this time I had a lot to just talk about. People who are just coming in and don't know, at the top of my chat is a link to see Travels with Paul. Travels with PMB. Name is Paul. And we're going to be talking about Virgin Voyages right after this. This is going to end at 6. I had the tab already open. I'm going to run over there and start talking about Virgin, which I love talking about Virgin. And you think I'm talking a lot here, wait till you get over there and hear me start talking about Virgin. People may not agree with it, but as I told you, it doesn't matter whether you agree with my opinion. and I don't let people really influence me as far as I love that. I don't do that. I like being myself. Hey Ken, welcome in. Appreciate you coming in, Ken. Ken just went live not too long ago. I was able to catch some of his live. Najuma Brown, welcome in. Bartab, thyself know, Yoda. But see, that's tune in to Paul's channel. We're going to talk about Virgin. Bartab, that's Virgin. Tune in to Paul's channel or tune in Wednesday, Cruise Talk Live. Yes, it helps. Emily says, put out shorts. Shorts, I do think shorts help you get subscribers. I try to keep them related to whatever my niche is. I try that. Every now and then you'll see me sneak one in there. That's not, but I try to. The biggest thing about that is I'm trying to get better at it. Like now you'll see my shorts are about Virgin when I put shorts out. They're usually about excuse me, they're usually about Virgin, and I'm putting Virgin videos out. So now shorts, you can tie a video to your short. So that's what I'm trying to do to help grow the channel. But again, it's all a learning curve. Does it work? Maybe, yes, no, I don't know. But it's all a learning curve. It makes sense to me. I think lives show YouTube that you are engaging with subscribers. They seem to like that. I think YouTube likes it, but I also think YouTube subscribers like to know what you're talking about. So in other words, I could come on here and talk about nothing every day. I could talk about, gardening, cruising. I could talk about Prince. I could talk every day, but the average viewer won't know what I'm talking about, and unless they just really like me for some reason. They're like, oh well, I thought he was a music channel. Oh, I thought he was a travel channel. Oh, I thought he was a gardening channel. And I think that confuses people. And people, if they're like me, like I basically will watch some gardening channels and cruising channels. And when I say cruising, mostly cruising, but some travel. And I don't watch anything else. So somebody who talks about like nine different subjects may not interest me. The only place I see where that works is more like Vicky, like your channel, where you're kind of that grow channel, like a tuber chat. I think that there's a niche for that. I don't know how big you could possibly that you could grow, but I understand that niche. You always got new people coming in. You always. So I understand that. Got 11 minutes, 50 minutes in, and still haven't talked about the subject. I mean, I guess I could do it again next week, but anyway. So but everybody has to learn on their own, and what works, what doesn't work. And if your channel is growing, you're probably doing something right. If it's growing slowly but surely, you're probably doing something right, and you'll get invested viewers. I can remember people. We may not get to quantum. We're almost guaranteed. But I can remember when I first started, I used to go live 3 o'clock in the morning and just talking, and people would show up. I'm talking about this, that, and the other. I mean, I was going to like Tuber Chat, trying to get my 1,000 subscribers along with the 4,000 watch hours. And I mean, I would do lives 2-3 times a day, easy. And I would go to all these different channels, knowing good and well they're not coming back to watch me. But if I got their sub and it stuck, I was happy. As soon as I got 1,000 and 4,000 watch hours, I cut it all out and I focused on cruising. That's what I focus on. Everything you see me, no absolutes. Almost everything you see me put out will be based on cruising. I want to do, in getting better, I want to put out more informational videos about cruising. everybody puts out, let's say, a ship tour. Going back to cruising, you put out a ship tour. What separates you from the other 1,000 ship tours? It's that information. This bar only serves that. This does this. It opens at this hour, that hour. Those are. I think Scott. Scott has he's in his next series. He was on Mardi Gras with his friend Savio. I think talking about the bar with Savio and watching him make the drinks and tell you about the ins and outs of the bar is much more interesting than just me at the bar. I had a shot of tequila. Woo! I think that's much more interesting. I think that makes a better story. You know, I mean, will it go viral? Probably not. But you'll get people that want to talk cruising in there to listen to stuff like that, I think. Smash that. Thank you, Emily. Smash that like button. Appreciate it so much. Also, if you haven't hit the notification bell, make sure you hit that. Also, if you like what you're hearing, I mean, I know this was off. Don't take this one for what it was on face value, because I know I said talking about quantum, which I have not. I promise. Boy Scout, pinky swear. Next week I will do Quantum of the Seas and give you my opinion of it. It's not. I mean, I'll make sure I do that. I will start off within the first 12 minutes. I'll be talking quantum. Don't hold me to that. I shouldn't have said that, because I started talking, and the next thing you know, next week though, quantum talk, because this was a waste of a thumbnail. But I do appreciate you guys listening to me, and you get better. And I'm off subject again. Let me make sure I'm not going over 6 o'clock. We're going over to Paul's Talk Virgin. But how you get better is when I'm doing this live, I can see how many people are in here. So right now there's 35, 36, 35. Okay. So I can see whatever I'm talking about right now, whether I like it or not, people are interested enough in here to be in here. So that's why I really haven't switched topics, because this one, 38 people. This one is holding people's interest. So that's what I'm trying to do. I want the people like that to stick around, that want to listen to what I'm saying. So when I'm talking about as far as the channel growth, and while you guys are in here, make sure you hit the like button, people, if you haven't hit one already. What I would love to do is get together with like 4 or 5 creators, big, small, it doesn't matter, where we can actually sit down, like, you know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, and talk about YouTube stuff and what we like and what we don't like. Carnival Cruise Addicts, they're one that they do that. You know, if you ever talk, well, I don't know how she does it with everybody else, but if you ever talk to Liz, if you ever talk to Scott, if you ever talk to Keisha, outside of this, they let you know. Keisha and Scott, and not so much Scott anymore, but like Keisha, what do you think of this thumbnail? What do you think of this title? Hey, I'm putting together this video. I'm not really sure about it. Can you watch and tell me what you think? And well, you showed the food too long, or whatever it might be. I want to put together a small group of 4 or 5 people where we can watch each other's videos. We could talk about our titles. We could talk about how we're trying to grow. And I don't want people that just hate on somebody. I mean, try to understand, like, if I tell you I want to do a picture and I want to run that on a loop for 15 hours, I want you to tell me why that's not a good idea. I don't need you to like it. That's what I want this group to do, is like, I don't think you should do that, because I don't think you grab the attention span of the people. That's it. And no arguing, not I don't like that person. If I have a thumbnail and you don't like it, tell me why. I may listen, I may not listen, but in trying to work your craft, you need real input from people at times. And what I need is a group of 4 or 5 who aren't sensitive. So if I say I don't understand the bar tab on Virgin and you explain it to me and I still don't get it, or I'm like, that still doesn't make any sense to me, I'm not going to do it, we're still friends. Embarkation Nation, we used to do that. Embarkation Nation, Destination Fun. They congratulations, Sherry and Danny too, by the way. They just bought a new house. But we used to sit down and critique, and oh, I think you should do this title. I think you should do that. Maybe you might want to do anyway. I want to do a group once a week, half an hour. You might have to do a little homework and watch a video or two, and just talk YouTube to try to get better at it. So anyway, just keep that in mind. I don't know when I would start it. I procrastinate on everything, but I would love to put a group together like that where I can share what I think about, because I whether you know it or not, I watch these videos. I critique them in my head, and I'm like, that was good. I didn't like that too much. Were their eyes open when they filmed that? I critique videos all the time, but you don't want to tell everybody that. You want, I want a little group where we can get together and we can actually critique our work, and with no hard feelings, So when me and Vicky, like we talk about the bar tabs, no hard feelings. She likes it, she understands it, and I'm trying to understand it. I probably need to understand my own drinking habits. Anyway, good people, I know. Suno, Vicky, Suno, they don't own the songs as if you have the paid version. They don't own the songs, but they don't guarantee that it won't get a copyright later. Meaning that the song may sound like somebody else's song and you may get a copyright. But yeah, I looked into that. I think, I could, people, here's one of those cases. I could be wrong, but I did notice that the reason why I wouldn't use a Suno song if I didn't have the permission to use it afterwards, after I stopped paying, after they closed. If I didn't have permission to use it afterwards, I wouldn't do it, because I would have to go back and delete a lot of music. So but I will take another look at that. Oh, the first legal case. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Take care. Ship to shore. Appreciate it. TJ, welcome in. Okay, people, get ready to go over to pause. I'm about to switch over now. It's 6 o'clock. It's 5:59, about to be 6. Before you leave, make sure you hit the like button. If you're on Facebook, I see 2 hearts on Facebook. More people on Facebook had clicked on this. If you're on Facebook, make sure you click the like button. I appreciate it. And switch over and hear me talk about Virgin. You think I like the Rambo? This is why I don't. If I had to, I'll talk about it over on Paul's channel. But if I had the questions ahead of time and read you just a static answer, you wouldn't get the rambling. And people apparently seem to like to hear me ramble. So switch over to Paul. Let's go over there and knock out this Virgin topic. So see you there, people. Make sure you stay strong and embrace the journey. And I'm gonna make sure I tell the kitty boos that you all said hi. And they might be around Wednesday. So talk to you soon. Stay strong, embrace the journey. And I'm out. Switch over to Paul. Top of the chat is the link.